We all want to be hitting the golf ball further, and watching the pros effortlessly generate speed makes it look so easy. A smooth swing, effortless timing, and the ball rockets off the club face. That kind of power almost feels like a dream. But here's the problem: most amateur golfers go around trying to create speed, more speed in their golf swing, the complete opposite way, the complete wrong way, which results in less distance, poor contact, and no consistency. The harder you try, the worse it seems to get. Can you relate to this? Well, don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly where amateurs go wrong when trying to create speed and what pros actually do differently. I'll also share a simple move you can start doing today to generate effortless club head speed without losing control over your golf swing. So for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Harry, a Golf Teach professional, posting content just like this every single week to help you lower your scores. So consider, if this video does help you, clicking that subscribe button, as it helps me produce more videos just like this, and it's completely free for you to do. So when it comes to creating speed in the golf swing, there's two things we can do to create more club head speed. One, we can simply swing faster, and the second one is we can create a much bigger, longer swing back and forth. Those two elements help you generate more power, more club head speed, and therefore, with the aim, of course, to hit the golf ball much further. That's the whole purpose of trying to develop more club head speed into our golf swings. But what amateurs get so wrong is when they try and increase the speed, they focus way too much on technique, and it forces them to almost get into a very static motion back and forth. Their arms look like they're staying very rigid as they make their way into the backswing and downswing, with limited rotation of the body. When we're so fixated and focused on positions, the body barely moves. So we're barely freeing up our golf swing. And freeing up the golf swing, I'll explain this later on in the video, is the key to helping you increase club head speed. And I'll explain how that is the case in just a second. But if I was just to hit a shot now, just simply with those movements, rigid backswing, rigid downswing, just really trying to force myself into positions, keep everything together. Barely any rotation of the body. We can see there it's gone a little bit to the right. And where has that finished up? How far has that gone? Let's take a look at that there. So 237 with a ball speed of 137 miles an hour. Now, some of you golfers out there may be looking at those numbers and thinking, wow, I wish if only I could get those numbers as a good shot. But it's comparing the before and afterwards. How much more distance are you able to generate from the tips I'm about to show you? So what pros do extremely well is they are able to get themselves into great positions in the backswing and downswing while staying in control of their body, but also, of course, creating so much power in their golf swings. And again, the two main metrics that I mentioned before were the speed of the swing and also the length of the swing. The speed of the golf swing, because they keep their arms nice and relaxed. If I was to bring the club out in front here and have a wall just to the side of me here, and if I had to stop as I swing back and forth, what do I have to apply to stop that golf club? I have to apply tension to stop the golf club. So whenever people are so fixated, amateur golfers are so fixated on getting into the perfect positions, especially when they're trying to hit the golf ball too hard, it's going to encourage them to get very tense and tense their arms in their golf swing, and that's actually slowing you down. So we want to be looking into relaxing your arms in the golf swing, relaxing the body. The second thing was all to do with the length of the golf swing. Well, the length of the golf swing, what amateur golfers do when they try and get into this tense position, well, when they get very tense, they can only swing the club so far back because they haven't unlocked their body rotation. Like I mentioned before, body rotation is the key. So when we get up to the top of the swing, we only get to this point. So what do amateur golfers do? They'll then fold this arm like so all the way up to the top of the golf swing. Whereas professional golfers, taking a look at the video here of Adam Scott as an example, is he's able to create such a nice wide backswing, get himself into position, staying nice and relaxed, but he's able to create a huge amount of rotation and therefore bigger length of golf swing. And again, you're probably thinking, well, I'm going to struggle to get loads of rotation into that backswing because I'm not very flexible, I'm not very mobile, but don't worry. The drills that I'm about to show you, anyone can do, and even if you can just only apply that little bit of extra rotation, extra bit of speed into your swing, that's going to make a massive difference for you when it comes to hitting the golf ball much further. So the two things we're going to be looking at is the speed and the length of swing, of course, and how we can build those together to create more club head speed and therefore more distance. So before we dive into that, I just wanted to let you know that I do offer in-person and online lessons. The in-person lessons down here at this fantastic indoor facility, but for more information on both of those, you can take a look at the links in the description below if you're looking for more personalized coaching to suit your needs. So kicking off with the first thing, staying relaxed to build up that speed. If we can allow just for a second for us to relax our arms and our shoulders, just let them loose just for now and have our feet standing together. If you were to make a swing as fast as you could, back and forth, of course, we can't really add rotation from this, so it's all coming from the arm movement. This is to get you forcing your arms to start swooshing through, staying relaxed and swinging through quickly, as opposed to staying tense and not really doing much for our club head speed. So I'm just going to stand here with my feet together. I want you to try this as well. If you've got a golf club and you stood in your back garden, put your feet together like this here, as if you were to get into your normal setup position, and just make your swing either side. And if you can't quite hear the swoosh noise coming from your club, then I want to hear it. I want you to relax the arms and allow some speed to take place. Now, all I was doing there was actually getting my arms and hands and wrists involved by swinging the club back and really letting go, almost like I'm throwing the golf club, but obviously I'm not throwing the golf club here into the net, but I am literally throwing this weight of the golf club, imagining that I've got a shopping basket here full of goods in here, and I'm just making my way up to the top of the swing and I'm throwing those goods as far as I can. I'm really getting up to the top, throwing those goods as far as I can. Another great method to help you develop this speed from relaxed arms and hands is by taking your head cover. If you've got one like this here, even better, or a towel will work as well. Just taking it in one hand, having your feet together and whipping that head cover through. And you can practice this both with your right hand and your left hand. So for those of you who are left-handed but play golf right-handed, this is perfect for you. I've had a lot of comments coming regarding this, so I hope this does help you. I've found this successful for golfers that have come and seen me for lessons who are left-handed but play right-handed and are looking to develop more club head speed. So you can practice those two as well, and you could see there I was keeping my arms nice and relaxed as I was trying to add more speed into the golf swing. But you will notice something there. When I was doing those movements, especially using this head cover here and using my trail arm only, to build up the speed and to make this even quicker, I was actually starting to use the ground forces. If we replay that video from this face-on view, you'll notice that as soon as I start the downswing motion, my knees actually start to flex. I actually start to dip in height. And this is me using the body to create more speed during the downswing. Now you'll notice that when you try this, is that you may find the same thing. Video yourself and see what happens. Swinging this towel, swinging this head cover or golf club as fast as you can, back and forth, and see what happens. You'll notice, like I did then, I actually dipped in height a little bit because the engine in our golf swing is all coming from our bigger muscles in the body. In particular, the lower body, the legs. So imagine if we could start to switch on the lower body and get a really good amount of rotation either side. That's going to help you even further generate club head speed in your golf swing, more club head speed. So for this second part, I want you to take the driver head cover or towel that you've been using away, and I want you to take your golf club and place it simply on your shoulders. I've just got my golf club here a little bit lower, just so I don't affect the mic and you listening to this video. And I'm going to get you to have the butt end of the club here, so the grip end facing towards your target. When you set up to the golf ball, all I want you to do is make a backswing where you're trying to get this butt end of the golf club to go at the golf ball, to point at the golf ball in your backswing. Now, if you do this properly and allow this trail hip of yours to open up on the backswing, so your shoulders close down and your hips close down in the backswing, you're going to be able to add the rotation. You're adding the rotation from the hips, you're adding the rotation of the shoulders, and you're also getting this nice little bit of tilt taking place up to the top of the golf swing. Now, if I was just to take the club away and try and add that into my golf swing here, you can see how much more rotation, how much more room I've got to set the club in really nice positions all the way up to the top of my golf swing. I'm in a more stronger, more reliable position at the top of the golf swing, but I am very relaxed, just from simply doing the first drill to help with the speed of the arms. So keeping these arms nice and relaxed and just rehearsing this a couple of times, making your way up to the top of the backswing. So a good checkpoint for me here is getting my left shoulder to go underneath my chin. Again, if you're struggling to get that left shoulder underneath your chin and you can't quite get that full turn into the backswing, just simply go as far as you can that feels comfortable. Just adding that little bit more extra rotation is definitely going to help you increase the leverage, the length of the golf swing properly to then generate more speed into your downswing. Now, once you've tried that a couple of times, the question is, how does this work on the way down? As we're feeling this swoosh effect on the way through, whipping the golf club on the way through, what can we do to help us hit the ball even further for the downswing and make that more efficient as well? Well, when you set up to the golf ball or when you make these practice swings, it's just simply the opposite movement. But the movement does change ever so slightly. There is something in between the backswing and the downswing, which is the transition. So the transition, as I mentioned earlier, when we had our feet together, I wanted to dip in height. This dip in height we see all the tall players do to be able to generate more speed and power in their downswings. So what this is using the ground reaction forces. So for every force acting on a stationary object, there is always going to be an equal and opposite force taking place. So our feet are on the objects being the ground. The more we apply force into the ground, the more force is going to be applied upon it. The reaction taking place. So to be able to build this speed into the downswing as well, and more club head speed, there needs to be a little bit of a squat. So when you get to the very top of your golf swing and you're feeling this full turn, all I want you to do from here is squat down a little bit. So this feeling of squatting down needs to take place once you finish your backswing. I would highly advise doing this rather than during the backswing, because if we're squatting during the backswing, that's going to cause us to lower our height, and then we've got to jump up and out the way. And that stops us from getting the rotation on the way through, where we get this early extension taking place in the downswing. We want to be able to keep our height, maintain our height all the way up to the top of the golf swing. So focusing on that rotation and tilt of those shoulders from that drill I had you doing before with the club across the shoulders. Once we get to the top, then we can allow this squat. The squat is the trigger for the downswing to take place, not the end of the backswing. So up to the top of the swing, just pausing just to get the feel and making sure that I do this squat to start that downswing. So I'm going down for 2, and then from here, I'm taking the club back across my shoulders just to get this feel. I'm going to explode upwards and through. So it really feels like for me here, as I'm turning on the way through, I'm really squeezing my glutes together there, my butt cheeks, just because I'm really pushing up from the ground on the way through. And where is my belt buckle pointing just as another key checkpoint for you? As I'm squatting down and pushing up, it's pointing straight up to the target. Now you may have noticed there I have lost a little bit of balance. That's absolutely fine. You're just learning how to create more speed and staying in balance. As long as you don't fall over completely, that is absolutely fine. So what does this look like with a golf club? Full turn up to the top, squatting down, exploding back upwards, getting this belt buckle to face the target, squeezing the butt cheeks, my glutes together, and adding in the whip, the speed, the first drill that I gave you using the head cover to generate that whip, to generate that more speed from the body going into the arms, straight into the club head, and there it is. The engine is our body and the wheels are our arms and the golf club. So it's getting those two to work together as opposed to separately. And let's see how much further this golf ball goes. That was definitely a lovely little draw. Nice little shot there, just left myself into the rough a little bit. So total of 314, ball speed of 173. So I've just tried to hit a couple more shots to get some club head speed data, and it's not showing up, unfortunately. But what I am going to do is go on to a different setting just to show you the difference between the before swing and the after swing with the club head speed. But when we take a look at those two carry distance numbers, there you can see there is a big difference in distance. And that's the whole purpose of being able to build more club head speed. But just before we wrap up, let's just quickly take a look at that data. So there you go, that one there at 243 just went a little bit further than what I hit at the start of the session. When we take a look at the club head speed there, just under 100 miles an hour at 99.6. So I'm going to just hit another shot now with those same feels of that rotation, the squatting motion and whipping the club through, just to give you an idea of the difference, the gains potential, the improvement just from doing this. So there you go, nice drive, a little bit of a draw on that one. Club head speed there of 118 miles an hour with a total of 319. So when we take a look at those differences, I'll ask my editor to put them on the screen here now, of the club head speed, just over 80 miles an hour, and the distance gain, huge difference. So they're the distance and club head speed potentials that you could get if you work really hard on implementing this into your golf swing. So for those of you who have enjoyed this video and are going to take these tips and drills on board and try and apply them into your golf swing, be sure to comment down below to let me know how you get on. And also feel free to click that subscribe button, as there's loads more content just like this coming your way every single week. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below for my in-person and online coaching if you wanted me to check up your swing just to make sure you're on the right track with this movement. You can do that as well. And feel free to check out this video over here if you're looking for more videos to help you improve your distance on your drives.